السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. We continue with our durus pertaining to the Arabic language, Al-Arabiyya lil-Wahyayn, Arabic language for the understanding of the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is our 12th dars in the series of videos that we are doing, inshallah ta'ala. And before we move on, for a quick reminder, the purpose of these durus and these lessons is to help us in gaining a practical understanding of the Arabic language, and it is not meant for us to have any in-depth understanding at the level that we are doing it at the moment right now. So these durus are just basic durus to help us to have some practical understanding with regards to the meaning of vocabularies when we listen and when we read, so that we can comprehend what we are listening to or what we are reading with regards to the Quran, so that we can have an idea what we are reading, as to knowing what we are reading with the full sense of the meaning, especially coming to the Quran. Then there's a lot of work that has to be done with regards to the studying more in depth of the Arabic language and studying the tafsir and the explanations of the scholars. So these durus are just basic durus for practical understanding and to get basic knowledge practically, inshallah ta'ala. And as we mentioned, these durus that we are doing at the moment from lesson 11 that we did last week onwards, inshallah ta'ala, is to help us to build our listening comprehension, inshallah ta'ala. So we continue with the hadith we started last week, the hadith of the blind and the bald-headed man and the leper whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to test. Last week we did up to the story of the blind man, or where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala he sent the angel to the blind man. And today, inshallah ta'ala, we will continue with the second part of the story. And then maybe in next week or in 2 weeks, inshallah ta'ala, we will finish with the story and then move on to the listening. So qala here, qala continuing from the narrator, he's saying, فأتى الأقرع فقال أي شيء أحب إليك قال شعر حسن ويذهب عني هذا الذي قذرني الناس قال فمسحه فذهب عنه وأعطي شعرا حسنا قال فأي المال أحب إليك قال البقر فأعطي بقرة حاملا فقال بارك الله لك فيها فأتى الأعمى فقال أي شيء أحب إليك قال أن يرد الله إلي بصري فأبصر به الناس قال فمسحه فرد الله إليه بصره قال فأي المال أحب إليك قال الغنم فأعطي شاة والدا فأنتج هذان وولد هذا فكان لهذا واد من الإبل ولهذا واد من البقر ولهذا واد من الغنم. Now we will explain the general meaning and the word for word meaning of the hadith together, inshallah ta'ala, to save some time, inshallah ta'ala. So qala, he said, meaning the narrator, he's saying, فَأَتَى الْأَقْرَعُ, or here it can mean the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He is saying, narrating the story to his companions, فَأَتَى الْأَقْرَعُ, so he came to the Aqra. meaning the angel, referring to the angels. After the angel went to the leper, sorry, not the blind man. If last week we did the part with the leper. So the angel, فَأَتَى الْأَقْرَى, after he went to the leper and he asked the leper what he wants and which wealth is most loved to him, he came to the bald-headed man. فَأَتَى الْأَقْرَعَ, he came to the bald-headed man. فَقَالَ, then he said, meaning to the bald-headed man, أَيُّ شَيْءٍ أَحَبُّ إِلَيْكَ, which thing is most beloved to you? And all of these same statement like before. قال شعر حسن ويذهب عني هذا الذي قذرني الناس. So he said, what is the most beloved thing to you? The man, he said, the Aqra, the bald-headed man, he said, Sha'arun Hasanun, good hair. Now, Sha'arun, here it can also be read Sha'run. The word for here, Sha'run or Sha'arun, both is correct. وَيَذْهَبُ عَنِّي هَذَا الَّذِي قَذِرَنِيَ النَّاسُ. So the most beloved thing to him is good hair, and for this, that the people, qadirani, we explain meaning the people. Qadira means you find to be disgusting, or you find to be nasty, or you find to be repulsive. So the state of the man, the thing that was affecting him, causing him to be bald, the people was finding him to be repulsive, or nasty or whatsoever. So he wants this thing that the people are finding him to be repulsive with regards, yadhhab, to go, anni, from me. So he's requesting this from the angel. For the thing that the people are finding me to be repulsive, to go from me. And as we mentioned before, understand the word for word meaning of the hadith, and then to get the general understanding, or for the Arabic to synchronize, and the expression of the Arabic to synchronize with your brain. Just keep reading over and over and over until it happens. Even if it doesn't happen one day, just keep reading over and over, and then inshallah ta'ala the understanding is going to come to you. Qal, he said, فَمَسَحَهُ, he said, meaning the narrator or the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, فَمَسَحَهُ, so he wiped over him. Masaha, wipe, who? Him. So he wiped him, meaning wiped over him. فَذَهَبَ عَنْهُ, so it went from him, meaning this thing that the people were finding him to be repulsive, or finding him to be this nasty, or they could not have come to him. That thing, it went from him. ذهب عنه, went from anhu, him. وأعطي, and he was given. أعطي means he was giving. شعرا, hair, حسنا, good hair. He was given good hair. قال, he said, the narrator, he said, meaning the angel, he said to the man, فَأَيُّ الْمَالِ أَحَبُّ إِلَيْكَ, which wealth is most beloved to you? أَحَبُّ إِلَيْكَ, most beloved to you. Now we did this form of the word, the form of showing comparison last week, when you use with the min. So we say, for example, you say, as-sayyara ahabbu ilayya min al-darraja, for example. The car is more beloved to me than the bicycle. But now when you use it without the min, if you say something ahabbu, something, that thing, and there is no min, you only mention that one thing, there is no comparison, then that will give the meaning of most and not more. So for example, you have the word akbar. So you say Muhammad akbaru min Hassan. Muhammad is bigger than Hassan. Now there's a comparison. Muhammad is bigger than Hassan. But if you were to just say Muhammadun Akbar, then without any, that will mean Muhammad is the biggest. And another word for the meaning of the word Kabir is great. That's why you say Allahu Akbar. Allah is the greatest. There is no comparison. It's not Allah is greater than anyone. No, Allah is the greatest than everything. So when the word is used without the min, it gives the meaning of the est in Arabic, in English, not the er. So which wealth is most beloved to me, to you, sorry? He said, the man said, the Aqra, the bald-headed man, or now the man who was bald-headed because now he has hair. He said, al-Baqar, cows. And remember last week in the hadith, we mentioned that the narrator, he had doubt whether the Abras had said camels or cows. So if it happened that the Abras, he had said cows, then here the Aqra would have said camels. He had mixed up which one said which. So قال البقر, he said Baqar. فأعطي, so he was given بقرة حاملة, he was given a cow حاملا, a pregnant cow. حامل, pregnant. فقال, so he said, meaning the angel said to the man, بارك الله لك فيها. بارك الله, meaning may Allah bless. Laka, for you. Fiha, with regards to the cow. Or so in other words, may Allah bless the cow for you. May Allah bless the cow for you. If you say Barakallahu feek, may Allah bless you. When you tell someone Barakallahu feek, the baraka, this verb, is used with the preposition fi. So don't try to understand it with the meaning of in English. May Allah bless in you in English might not sound, but the blessing is going in. That's in Arabic. If you want to understand it in Arabic, the blessing is going into that thing or that person. So may Allah bless that thing, the blessing is going in. So that's why the fi is used. So may Allah bless it, meaning the cow, laka, for you. Now here, if you notice, the word baqarah is feminine, and hamil means pregnant. So pregnant here is an adjective, but we notice that the adjective here doesn't have tar marbuta. It doesn't have the ta. We said the adjective has to agree with the thing that you are describing, the noun, with regards to gender. Now the reason why this word hamilan doesn't have a ta, or it doesn't even need a ta. If you put a ta, it's not going to make it linguistically wrong, but it's not as eloquent as without the ta, because the word hamil, pregnant, a male cannot be pregnant, so there's no need for the ta to specify that it is for a female. And you find that a lot in Arabic. A word that is specific for female, if it is used for as an adjective, there's no need to make it in a feminine form, because it is known that that word cannot be done except from a female. So this is just a quick note at the side. فَأَتَى الْأَعْمَى, now after he finished with the bald-headed man, فَأَتَى, then أَتَى الْأَعْمَى, he came to the أعمى, the blind man. Fa has many meaning. One of it is it shows something happened after something. So in this context, he went to them, then he went to the blind man. فَأَتَى الْأَعْمَى. So the fa can has all other meaning. It shows the result of an action, and we will show that as we come across them, inshallah. So he went to then he went to the blind man. فَقَالَ, then he said, أَيُّ شَيْءٍ أَحَبُّ إِلَيْكَ, which thing is most beloved to you? قال, the man said, the blind man said, أَنْ يَرُدَّ اللَّهُ إِلَيَّ بَصَرِي. He said that Allah return to me my sight. Yarudda, one of the meaning of radda yaruddu means to return. to return something, to send it back. So you want Allah to send back, to return ilayya, to me, ila and me, ya, ilayya basar. Basar means sight, basari, my sight. Qalam, qalami. Why I want Allah to return my sight? فَأُبْصِرَ بِهِ النَّاسِ. Ubsira means to see from basar. Basar sight, ubsira to use the sight to see. So that I can see bihi with it, meaning with the sight, and nas, the people. So I can see with it the people. Now here, the fa here is as a result of something. So he wants Allah to return his sight so that he can see the people. So this fa here, as we said, one of the meaning of the fa is a result of something that preceded. Qal, he said, فَمَسَحَهُ. So he wiped over him. Masaha, wiped, him. So he wiped him. Faraddallah, so Allah returned to him basarahu, his sight. Qal, he said, meaning the angel, ayyul mal ahabbu ilayk. So what wealth is most beloved to you? Qal, the man said, al-ghanam. Ghanam is most beloved to me. Now ghanam means both sheep and goats. Ghanam is a word, is referred to both sheep and goat. If someone say I have ghanam, it can mean he has sheep and goats, or either one out of the two. This word is used for both sheep and goats. Fa'u'tiya, so he was giving shatan walidan. He was giving a pregnant shat. Now shat is one ghanam, a single ghanam, one single ghanam. Where there is a sheep or a goat, you call it a shat. So a shat is a single sheep or a single goat. Now note that the word shat can refer to both sheep or goat. Now if you're speaking to some Arabs, in their culture or in their customs, they will refer, when they say shat, they mean sheep, for example. But the meaning of the word linguistically, and when you study in fiqh with regards to zakat and so, shat is either sheep or goat, is a single ghanam. فَأُنْتِجَ هَذَانِ. So now, this is the end of the first part of the story. So walidan here means pregnant. If now we did the word the word before for pregnant, hamil, with regards to the cow, he used the word hamil, and with regards to the sheep, he used the word walidan. And you notice again, there is no ta, because it's only the female who's going to be pregnant. Now this word walidan here in this context, it means pregnant, doesn't mean father. فَأُنْتِجَ هَذَانْ وَوَلَّدَ هَذَا. So these two, untij, give birth. Untija means they give birth. These two give birth. وَوَلَّدَ هَذَا, and this one give birth. Now this is not the angel is talking. Now this Prophet ﷺ narrating the story. فَأُنْتِجَ هَذَانْ, referring these two, referring to the first two, the camel and the cow. The two of them, they give birth, they reproduce. وَوَلَّدَ هَذَا, and this one, he, meaning the sheep, he reproduce, he gave birth. So with the cow and the camel, the word for giving birth, untij, and for the sheep, وَلَّدَ. فَكَانَ لِهَذَا وَادٍ مِنَ الْإِبِلِ وَلِهَذَا وَادٍ مِنَ الْبَقَرِ وَلِهَذَا وَادٍ مِنَ الْغَنَمِ. So kana, we said, we talked about kana before, refer to the past, was or were, depends on the context. Fakana lihaza. So for this one, meaning the person, the one who has the camel, fakana lihada wadin means valley, min al ibil, from ibil, meaning of ibil. So this one had, or this one had or has a valley of ibil, and walihada, and for this one, meaning the one with the cow, he had a valley, wadin minal baqar, of cows. Walihada, and for this one, he had a valley of sheep. Okay, so now some of the new vocabularies that came in this part. You have the word sha'arun, and we said also can be pronounced sha'run here. Hamil, pregnant. Hamilat, pregnant. More than one pregnant. This word hamil also can be used to refer to a human being. When a human being is pregnant, yeah, hamil. Basarun, sight. Abasarun, sights. Ghanam, we said, refer to sheep or goats. It's a word refer to both sheep or goats, or sheep and goats. Agnamun is the plural. Shatun is a single sheep or goat, and sha'un or shiyahun is the plural. Sha'un or shiyahun. Wadin, valley. Or now wadin, a lot of words in Arabic you will see the ending with a tanween, kasra, in the written form. Now these words, if you put the alif and lam, like how you get kitab, al-kitabu, one of the kasra will be dropped and a ya will be added. So wadin with the alif and lam, al-wadi. For example, you have the word madin, means past. And same thing is past tense. Al-mudari, al-madi. Now with the, like here, with the alif and lam, it becomes al-madi. But without the alif and lam, it is going to be madin. So wadin, valley, al-wadi, and the plural awdiyatun, valleys. Some of the verbs, the new verbs, we have radda yaruddu, to return. Radda means he returned something or he responded. Radda mean, yeah, he returned something or he responded. Return, or it can also mean to reject something. Radda, if you radda, somebody gave you something and you raddahu, you rejected it, you give him back, you rejected, you didn't accept it. Radda, he returned, he responded. Yaruddu, he returns. Rudda or urdud, the command form, as we said, with the two-letter words that has a shadda, like hajja, we say hajja, the command could be hujja or uhjuj. And raddun is the masdar, the returning or the rejecting or the response. Like man ahdatha fi amrina hadha ma laysa minhu fahuwa rad. It is rejected. Fahuwa rad. Abasara, to see. He saw. Abasara. Yubsiru, he sees. Absir, telling someone see, look. Ibsar is the seeing or the visualizing. Antaja, to reproduce or to produce. This word antaja, it can mean to produce, also it can mean to reproduce. Yuntiju, the mudari. Antij, the command form. Intaj is the reproduction or the production. Intaj. This word, like if you're talking about the production of a film, for example, intaj. Wallada means to begot. Yuwallidu. Wallid, tawlid, the begotten. Basarun. Okay, some examples of these words from the Quran. Basarun, in many parts of the Quran, for example, ma zaghal basaru wa ma tagha, in Surah An-Najm, ma zaghal basaru wa ma tagha. the the sight referring to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the sight of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, ma zaga, it didn't stray, wa ma tagha, nor did he transgress. Absar also in many parts of the Quran, the plural for basar, قُلْ هُوَ الَّذِي أَنْشَأَكُمْ وَجَعَلَ لَكُمُ السَّمْعَ وَالْأَبْصَارَ. Say he is it, or he is the one, أَنْشَأَكُمْ, who created you, وَجَعَلَ, and he made for you as-sama, hearing, wal-absar, and sights, wal-afida, and hearts. رد ود كثير من أهل الكتاب لو يردونكم. So radda, he rejected or sent back the mudare yaruddu, and as we did the conjugation, if you want to say they send back or they reject, is going to be yaruddun. Radda yaruddu, and they in the present tense form yaruddun. Wadda kathirun min ahlil kitab. Many from amongst the people of the book wishes, wadda, they wish and they love, law, if, yaruddunakum, they can return you, send you back, meaning you Muslims, min ba'di imanikum, after your belief, after your iman, kuffara, disbelievers. Meaning they wish that they can cause you to become kuffars after you are believers. Wad, valley, in Surah Ibrahim alayhi salam, he said in his dua, رَبَّنَا إِنِّي أَسْكَنْتُ مِنْ ذُرِّيَّتِي بِوَادٍ غَيْرِ ذِي ذَرْعٍ. O my Lord, indeed I have askantu, put to live, min dhurriyati, from amongst my children, I've put them to live where? Biwadin, in a valley. Bi here means in, biwadin, in a valley. What kind of valley? Ghayri dhi zar'in, a valley that doesn't have any crops, any plants. And the word absara means to see. Fala uqsimu bima tubsirun. So I swear by that which you see. Abasara, yubsiru, he see. Now you plural see. Tubsirun. Wa ma la tubsirun, and I swear by that which you do not see. And as we are accustomed to take some basic rulings to help us understand the Arabic, inshallah ta'ala, today we will speak a little about the lam that is used for commanding. One of the way of forming a command in Arabic is by using li before a present tense verb. Now this form is when you're doing an indirect command. Like for example, if you're the principal of the school and you tell the teacher, you're telling the teacher, commanding the students to sit, let the students do their homework, or let the students sit when you enter the class. It's an indirect command. So for example, you have yajlisu rajul, the man is sitting. This is without any extra. So yajlisu rajul generally means the man is sitting or the man sits. Now if you say li yajlis ar-rajul, it means let the man sit. A man came in and he's standing, so you tell everyone li yajlis ar-rajul, let the man sit. It's a command for the man, but you're not addressing the man directly. If you address the man directly, you're going to tell the man ijlis, sit, ijlis. But since you're not addressing the man directly, you can use this form, let the man sit, or the man should sit. For example, we say nadhhab ila al-masjid, we are going to the masjid. Now, li nadhhab ila al-masjid, let's go to the masjid. Command form, li nadhhab ila al-masjid. Another thing with the lam, or this lam that is used for command, this lam, by the way, in Arabic they call it lam al-amr, the lam of commanding. The next thing is, when this lam is preceded by a waw or a fa or thumma, the kasra is changed to a sukun. So for example, we had liyajlis ar-rajul. So if we were to put a waw before, you can say wal yajlis ar-rajul. The change to sukun. Or you say fal yajlis ar-rajul, or you say thumma liyajlis ar-rajul. And all these examples are present in the Quran. So for example, you say إذا جاء الرجل فسلم عليه. When the man came, give him salam. وَلْيَجْلِسْ, and let him sit. So you see, it's not a direct command. إذا جاء الرجل فسلم عليه وَلْيَجْلِسْ, and let him sit. Some examples of this lam in the Quran. You have فَلْيَعْبُدُوا رَبَّ هَذَا الْبَيْتِ in Surah Quraysh. So let them worship, meaning command them to worship the Lord of this house, meaning the Kaaba. فَلْيَنْظُرِ الْإِنسَانُ إِلَى طَعَامِهِ. ينظر, let mankind, so let mankind look to his food. And in Surah Talaq, لِيُنْفِقْ ذُو سَعَةٍ مِّن سَعَةِ. لِيُنْفِقْ, command. لِيُنْفِقْ, let the ذو سعة, the person of wealth, let the person of wealth spend from his wealth. وَمَنْ قُدِرَ عَلَيْهِ رِزْقُهُ. قُدِرَ عَلَيْهِ رِزْقُهُ, meaning his wealth, his sustenance is restricted, he's poor. And the one whose sustenance, whose risk is restricted, فَلْيُنْفِقْ. You see the fa, when the fa came here, no fa, no waw, no thumma before, لِيُنْفِقْ, let him spend. And take in mind that this is a command, is a command from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why it's called the lam of command, lam al-amr. Even though we translate it as let. فَلْيُنْفِقْ. So the one who, so if you have wealth, you spend from your wealth. And who, if your wealth is restricted, فَلْيُنْفِقْ, then let him spend مِمَّا آتَاهُ اللَّهُ, from that which Allah آتَاهُ has given him. And in the ayat ad-dain, the long ayah with regards to debt and taking a loan, وَلْيَكْتُبْ بَيْنَكُمْ كَاتِبٌ بِالْعَدْلِ, Allah command, let a scribe write. Yaktub means he writes. وَلْيَكْتُبْ, now without a wa, it's going to be liyaktub, let him write, meaning the scribe. Now with the waw, وَلْيَكْتُبْ, let a scribe write amongst you bil adl, with justice. Let a scribe get a scribe when you're taking any debt, borrowing money, let a scribe write it down. هذا وصلى الله على نبينا محمد وسلم والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.